Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I'm going to be talking about the Caran water-soluble Neocolor 2. Now the Neocolor 1 is not water-soluble and performs more like a sort of crayon wax pastel, but the Neocolor 2 is, and therefore you can sort of treat it like a watercolor. Now I tried to look and see when this was invented, but there isn't a lot of information on their webpage. All it says is in the Caran that their color and writing products have been manufactured in their workshops in Geneva since 1915. So I have seen older sets. If you are a collector of vintage things, you might be aware of this. I believe there are some on Etsy and eBay, just for reference. This is the only set I own. I purchased this 4 years ago at the very end of 2017, used it twice, and put it away. Now I think where I went wrong with this product was treating it like its shape. It's sort of shaped like crayons, and I treated it like crayons. One of the other things I should note about this product is that while I own the smallest set, you can purchase the colors individually. So if this is a product you're actually interested in trying or buying, in the United States they retail for $2.25 a piece on Blick. So if there is a color you know you're more apt to use, they have some really beautiful earth tones and olive greens. That may be something you pick up one if you're placing an order as something to try. But I thought we would look and see what these are all about and see if I can get more use out of this product. Now I am using the brush Micron from Sakura, and this is a waterproof pen. Now all I'm doing is laying down a thick line, and this is going to be testing opacity. How opaque are these? Now the colors in this set are scarlet, orange, yellow, emerald green, cobalt blue. This one is called violet, and this one that looks pink is actually called purple, brown, black, and white. There are, I believe, over 80 colors. I think there's 83 colors. And you can purchase those in a set. I would say one of the negatives about that is the set for all of them is about $119, $120 US. So it is not affordable. If you're thinking of these like in the same range as Crayola crayons, they're just not. But one of the upsides of this product is its light fastness. So if you are a crafter and really enjoy and love using things like Faber-Castell's gelatos, those actually are not light fast, and these would make a great alternative to them. Now, one of the things I see people comment on is it's really hard to get details from these, and I would kind of agree on that. So if you're going to constantly sharpen this product, I would say have a watercolor pan nearby, because when you sharpen these, you're sharpening the whole thing. Oh, see, okay, one of the other things we should talk about is transfer. So if you use these heavily, and again, I share my products with my kids, they do transfer other colors onto them, so make sure that they're cleaned off before you go to use them. Let's see. And I'm using a very tiny brush because I just wanted to fit this all in on camera. They're very beautiful. They're very vibrant. I would say if you're applying it directly to the page, that you will have a little bit of some of the lines still. It doesn't quite break apart and dissipate all the way. Whereas if I just go like this and paint off the actual stick itself, oh, that one didn't seem to like it at all, did it? Dip them in water. If you're trying to make sure that there's no lines left and you want the whole thing, see? When you apply directly to the page, there's going to be some that never breaks apart. But that could be a really cool texture effect if that's something you're interested in. Now you can kind of see that these are not fully opaque. So I have heard artists compare these to gouaches, but in my mind these look way more watercolor-ish. And some of the colors are more opaque than others. Here is the white. The white doesn't look too bad. But see, yeah, you can see the line clearly all the way through it. Whereas here, if I just pull from the top, you can move all the pigment around without anything showing. But here, and again, this one has transfer from another one that needs to be cleaned. I think where the best way to use these, so here I will show you. Here's a little watercolor pan, and I'm going to try and sharpen this one. And this is my Mobius Rupert sharpener, and I'm going to make an absolute mess. I get absolutely messy in my creative process. Sticking those in the pan. We can make a really, really beautiful teal. I think we should try that. See how that works. So there's some of the cobalt blue. This one's the emerald green. The other thing is, when I purchased this set, it was from an art store. We used to live in a very large city that had a few different art supply stores. And this was one of the only sets they had, because a lot of art stores just try and keep student grade stuff. It's easier to move it on the shelf. And they didn't sell these individually. But I think if they had, I would have purchased other colors. More neutrals, more earth tones. A lot more browns. I think I would have leaned into that a little heavier. All right, so there's the pan we're making. Now, don't want to add too much liquid. Let's see if we can make a really pretty teal. I would say this works great with mixed media paper, watercolor paper. It looks really good on canvas. See, ooh, that's kind of pretty, isn't that? I would say all skill levels and ages. Like I said, my kids took to these instantly. There was no like learning curve. And this might be a really nice gift idea to include a couple of these, maybe with a smaller travel watercolor book or watercolor postcards or something as a Christmas gift for any holiday season coming up if you celebrate those. You can use these on stamps and stencils. The other thing I've seen people use is they will add sort of a gesso or sort of matte medium or a texture paste. Be real careful with the texture paste. But you can add things to this to thicken it up. So it takes to everything else really, really well. Yeah, these don't actually show very well on black paper. So that would be one of the negatives. And I would also mention that if you live in an extreme high heat area and you work outside like plain air, these will get soft like a crayon. So this is dry. And as you can see, you can draw over them. This is a black polychromos pencil. And I just wanted to see, it doesn't really write. Looks more pencil in there, doesn't it? Just wanted to see what different things look like. Here's a charcoal pencil. I've been using a lot of charcoal lately. So you can use it with other mediums. They work really well with the other Neo pastels, the ones. These look really good with chalks and other oil pastels. Like Pentel makes some other ones. For reference, here are the Pentel water sticks I also own, and I have a video about these as well. But if you want to sort of compare, let's see if I can get that on camera for you. This is the Pentel one. But this is just like a little demo. I think these dissipate really well and break apart much better than some of the other cheaper alternatives. I hope this helped. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.